From a very young age, I always dreamed and had this dream that Allah gave me enough life and opportunity that I could go see the Kaaba, the Baytullah. The Kaaba that towards which we prayed our whole life. When I finished my studies, and then in 2010, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted my dua.
I remember the first time I went to Mecca, I was about 16 years old. And you usually see pictures of the Kaaba and you don't get a glimpse of the buildings surrounding the Kaaba. So when our coach was passing by Al-Masjid al-Haram the first time, I was just awestruck.
As we were walking in from Malik Abdul Aziz, the gate Malik Abdul Aziz, and then we walked down. And back then there were some ulama and scholars were there, and they reminded us that try not to look at the Kaaba right away. Try to get a good standing and get into the mataf.
You always hear from ulama about the might of Allah in Makkah, Jalal, and the beauty of Medina, Jamal. And I really felt that at that time, the awe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how it's manifested in Al-Masjid al-Haram.
And then finally, when I looked up at the Kaaba, subhanallah, it was the most, without any contradiction, the most beautiful object I've ever seen in my life.
The first time my eyes fell on the Ka'batullah, I couldn't hold back my tears. I felt as if this is the purpose of my existence, to worship my Lord, to come closer to Him. And I felt like an unworthy sinner who was invited by the greatest host, the most generous host, and how fortunate and blessed I was to be in that presence.
And Prophet ﷺ said in one hadith that there are few acts of ibadah that you get the reward only by looking, and Baytullah is one of them.
We prayed for all of you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our umrah, our worship and our du'as. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reunite us and bring us to the holiest of places together, inshaAllah. Medina is just one of those cities that you feel a serenity and peace within your heart even before arriving at the outskirts or the entrance of the city. And when you come to Masjid Nabawi for the first time, and when you're walking towards the Rawdah and you're walking towards the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, your heart is beating so fast because you feel like you're in the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and such an unworthy person to be in the presence of the most pure of Allah's creation.
To know that when you enter in the Haram of Medina Munawwara, the blessed enlightened city of Medina, and then when you come in to give the salam to the Prophet ﷺ, it's our aqidah, it's our belief that when you say Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah, he responds back.
My eyes were just pouring with tears, and I just couldn't stop crying and weeping because I felt so lucky to be in the presence of Rasulullah ﷺ and to be in that blessed place.
It's been a blessing, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow everyone to benefit from this beautiful and life-changing view of the Haram of Medina Munawwara and of Kaaba.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, for the believer, Medina is the best place. If only they could understand its virtues fully, they would never leave it.